Hello, everyone. I'm Jamin Shively here in Seattle, Washington, and I'm here with my colleague and co-host, Michael. And Michael, how you doing there?
Doing well here in the south of France.
Beautiful, beautiful. Good stuff. All right. Well, the subject today is CCC, which stands for Certified Compassionate Company. And it is the standard that we've mentioned in some other videos. Let me go ahead and do a screen share here so I can show what it looks like, kind of the logo of it. All right, so CCC, Certified Compassionate Company, and the set of all certified compassionate companies consists of the compassionate economy. And CCC is characterized by three pillars. 100% of profits go to the eradication of hunger. And then I put in a plus, which I'll talk about in a minute. But for the short term, while hunger exists on Earth, all profits go to eradicating hunger, period. Also, the company and everything it does, all of its operations, all of its sourcing, et cetera, must be both socially transformational and environmentally sustainable. Actually, beyond sustainable, environmentally transformational, or actually regenerative. So anyway, so that's CCC. Those are its defining characteristics. And we get a lot of our inspiration from Newman's Own, which contributes 100% of its profits to charity. So it's a model that's well established and very achievable, for one thing.
Yeah, and from one vantage point, it's a synthesis, so to speak, of Newman's Own, giving 100% of the profits, right? And a new standard called B Corp, or corporation, right? Benevolent corporation, which focuses on the other two, socially, transformationally, environmentally, sustainable or regenerative.
It's interesting you say that.
But we bring the two together. It's taken it to an extreme.
Right. No, I totally agree. Your basic idea of the synthesis is spot on. I would just, if I may, I'd like to add to that a little bit.
Add to it.
Okay, so which is that the B Corp, while it definitely strives to be environmentally sustainable and socially transformational, that's the aim that it has. It does not have any hard requirements. And so really you kind of score points by doing little incremental improvements across a whole bunch of different dimensions. But you could actually be quite unsustainable environmentally and still be certified B Corp. So it's not a really stringent set of standards, is what I'm saying. CCC takes it way to an extreme and says it actually has to be transformational. It has to be actually part of the revolution, essentially, rather than.
Agreed. Agreed. And that's the synthesis that sets it apart. And that's the difference between, say, a benevolent corporation and a compassionate company.
Yeah. That's exactly it. And actually, B Corp doesn't even stand for benevolent. I think it just stands for benefit corp. Well, anyway, it actually doesn't even stand for that. But that's a different story. But I'm nitpicking now, so I'm going to let go of all that. You're absolutely right. It's a really great. It's kind of a good way to think about it. Newman's Own meets B Corp on steroids, kind of thing.
Plus Newman's Own.
Exactly. And so and it, because it's such an extreme, as you said, it bifurcates the global economy. It's a false dichotomy, like a Coke versus Pepsi false dichotomy, between economy of hoarding, companies that aren't CCC, and compassionate companies, or an economy of sharing. It's
Amen.
Like, pick a color. And then, the short answer to how do I be a part, how do I really fully support the hungerless games, the eradication of hunger, and saving the planet and saving our species and all other species? The short answer is buy CCC and boycott everything else. right? And I think we'll get a lot of, a lot of followers. Now, they may not necessarily take it to that extreme. We're just exercising our right to freedom of speech and saying, hey, this is what we recommend, right?
Yeah, let the people decide.
Let the people decide. We're creating a standard that is just maxes out on, benevolence, on, positive impact, on healing of people and the planet, protecting people and the planet. And, moving forward as quickly as possible with this radical transformation, meaning a transformation that gets to the roots of the problems of the global economy. And what better category to start all this with than Sato hemp and the hemp industry, right? Which is so much more environmentally sustainable than cotton. It's actually regenerative, whereas cotton is destructive. As I wear my cotton T-shirt. So, we've obviously got a ways to go, but anyway, that's what a great place to start, that the implementation of the CCC standard in the hemp industry. But ultimately, it's for all industries.
Is a way to bifurcate any given category. So whereas before there may have been a category where it seemed like it was, nigh impossible to break into, standard, you have a way to position yourself in the market. Take organic, for example, right?
Yeah.
Before you just had, as you've pointed out many times, Jamin, natural, quote unquote, food.
Right.
But there was really it certainly, it was kind of like a B Corp where it was sort of like,
exactly. It wasn't a hard, stringent standard. It was just
yes.
Yeah.
But once you have it, look, you're either certified or you're not.
Exactly. So organic bifurcated the food industry. By analogy, CCC is going to bifurcate the food industry and every other industry in the entire global economy.
It just takes us to its logical conclusion.
Period. And I highly recommend the book, The 22 Immutable Laws of Marketing.
Never heard of it.
Come on. All right. Anyway, I think we've given a good introduction. We will build on this. This is the first of a whole conversation on CCC. So please stay tuned. And I'm sorry, Michael, anything else you want to add before we
No, let's move on. Please feel free to comment, join the conversation on CCC. Tell us what you think, because we're going to continue on with the conversation.
Oh, yes. In fact, we invite everyone to join the conversation. You can do that in one of two ways. You can either apply to be a member on Radish and just specify that you'd like to join the CCC conversation, or you can just type your own questions or comments right into the YouTube video itself. That's one way to participate. If you want to actually be on the Hangouts, then please apply to be a member. Anyway, thank you all so much, and we'll see you on the next one.
See ya.